Oh, my bad. I was muted this whole time. I'm just double checking that we are live, right? Let me know if you can hear me, if you're here. Just got to make sure that we are live and ready to go. Because for some reason it's telling me something very different. We are live, right? Let me know. Okay, hey there. I'm seeing we got Jackie here. Jackie, yep, there we go. Boom, bam. Just making sure because it was telling me something else on my side and I was a bit confused. So I had to make sure that we was obviously here, ready to go. All right, fantastic. I'm happy that we're here. So obviously the season is now over of 90 Day Fiancé the other way. Season 5, Tell All. Season's over, but Tell All is here. Now obviously I've just got some of the clips that I made from the last Tell episode. And so we're going to go through them. You know what I mean? Obviously the ones that I've gotten, basically just give you guys a chance to get your opinion, because for me, obviously I've already made my videos, I've already made my opinion, so it'd be nice to get you guys feedback. But of course I can imagine that throughout it, I'm going to probably create, think of other new opinions. You know what I mean? When you watch things more than once, you always end up having a new opinion and a new da-da-da-da-da. So it'd be good to bounce off each other's, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's get going. But before we do that, let me say hi to the people that are here right now at this moment in time. We've got Jackie, how you doing? Susan, Jean, Alice, Emma, Malia, Barbara, and Jacqueline, how you doing? First one's here. I love it, love it, love it. Please make sure you do also hit that like button as well. Don't forget, okay, the like button always helps us grow on the YouTube platform. Okay, now with that being said, let's get crack-a-lacking, and people that are coming throughout the stream, shout out to you, you know what I mean? If you watch this off air, like the videos all, please, let's go.
Someone that's really going to support you, and sometimes if your husband's not going to do it, you have to get it from family and friends, and maybe not put it all on him or something. But you guys need to talk more, and just not talking for 3 weeks, and to find a way to talk to my husband. And you would do the same thing. You would figure out some way.
Yeah, because when I care about people, I care about them, and I'm loyal.
No, I've had a girlfriend similar to Holly, where it's like it gets to a point that you've already comforted somebody as much as you can from another country, right? And it's just like they won't give you a break.
Like there's things that you can do as a partner to try to support.
Everybody was jumping on him like, oh, you don't love her because you won't move to America. What about if you really loved him, credit card debt wouldn't stop you from going back home and being with your husband?
It's not just financial. He needs to support you like a man emotionally, and he's not doing it.
I think Wayne's not a bad guy. I really don't think he was a bad guy. You know, the old saying, you can love somebody, but you just can't be together. He can't provide her the emotional support she needs. He's just not a sensitive dude.
Yeah.
Both have good intentions. That's what's so sad about it. They're just not compatible.
All right, boom. So here's the thing. So obviously those are the clips for obviously Holly and Wayne. You know, like I'll start off, of course. The situation with Holly and Wayne, you know, for me, obviously, I'll talk whilst you guys are getting your comments in the comment section, you know what I mean? So please don't be afraid. Get firing right here, right now. Come on now. But I think from the very get-go, it was very clear that Wayne and Holly wasn't necessarily going to be necessarily compatible, because Holly showed a certain level of instability. And her certain level of instability kind of showed that she's someone that can be very wishy-washy. But also at the same time, Holly's someone that's been divorced, what, twice now, maybe 3 times now. And it's proven, the track record is proven that her staying in a relationship isn't something that she does. When things get hard, clearly running away is what she does. So it was quite clear to see that, you know, it was quite evident to see that Holly was probably going to jump ship at some point. It was just a matter of when. And of course, when it came to the wedding day anyway, like we saw her, she had a panic attack, ran into the bathroom, literally. And then even when she got to the freaking church to get married, she fell over. You know what I mean? She fell over as well. Like the woman was a hot freaking mess, you know, and she even had a certain level of uncertainty anyway before the marriage, you know, the whole up and down. But when it comes to Wayne now, on the other hand, it's a bit of a different conversation. Wayne was somebody that definitely shown, you know what it is? I think that Holly wanted someone to come in life that can take over and control a little bit. But Wayne didn't necessarily have that. Wayne's whole thing was that he was too heavily stressed about finances. Too heavily stressed with his past woman not supporting him or something like that. I felt like Wayne was looking for somebody that was just going to be quiet. That's it. I don't think Wayne wasn't expecting to be with somebody that was so loud and somebody that was so like complaining, whiny. You know what I mean? Obviously, for me personally, I feel like he was obviously always looking for somebody that was just going to be dead quiet and just do as he says. That's it. Boom, bam. I mean, listen, subjective, whatever you want to say, that means he's a good person or a bad person, but I just feel like the values that he was looking for in a woman, Holly never had it. Never had it. To be fair, weirdly, you could say that maybe Shakinah was better for freaking Wayne, to be honest, because Shakinah was talking about how she was submissive all of a sudden, so maybe Shakinah was more built for him. I mean, it's a possibility, right? Let's see what you're saying here. Was that hair real? I don't think so. Listen, man, I know obviously Holly had one head of a long hair, but it was very clear her hair wasn't real because it had different colors in it. The longer her hair got, the different color tones it had. It made no sense. So I don't think that her hair was ever really legit, but it is what it is. Let's have a look here. Timmy's not educated to give his opinion. I guess we need these 4 because the host sucks. Do you know what? That's the thing though. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the cast members coming in because before they were terrible. The ex-cast members, they were terrible anyway. But this tour, the 4 of them did make it quite interesting. They did ask the questions that were needed. You know, but obviously, let's be real. I feel like this is the first tour that I actually enjoyed because they were asking questions. And it was the first tour I enjoyed because I guess Sean Robertson said less things. She says less things anyway, but she said even less things this time because the host, the former cast members came in and they're the ones that were pretty much doing the madness. So it was nice to see that, even though I'm not a fan of the cast members that they brought in, but it is what it is. What can we do, eh? Beggars be choosers. Welcome to the people coming to the stream right now. Okay, shout out to you as well. If you're coming to the stream right now, please make sure you hit that like button. If you're watching this video off air, please make sure you do like the video. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Okay, don't mess about. Come on now. We are trying to grow our hair. We can do that by your subscription for free. Let's have a look here. I think she was on something on that wedding, very sus. I mean, Alice, that's the thing, isn't it? On the wedding day, everything that she was doing on that day just didn't seem normal, you know? Like, going back to the point when they were obviously back getting ready, she had a panic attack, went into the bathroom, closed everything, which is very weird for a lot of people. People thinking, what's she hiding? A lot of people thought maybe she was in there to take a quick little, that's what some people were thinking, you know what I mean? You never know. But then, of course, when she was actually in the car on the way to the church or where they got married, at one point she had her head outside of the car window, which some people some people found that also suspect as well. You know what I mean? Because I guess there was something that she did that some people felt like was quite relatable. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, at that point when she had her head hanging around, that looked very suspect, and then getting out of it and then falling over, that was also very suspect. Like, everything about it was just so freaking suspect. But hey ho, let's see what's going on here. How you doing, Jewel? Sonic the Hedgehog 2024. How you doing? I found it odd that they started out I find odd that they started with being religious and then that just fizzled, because it seems like she could have tried to make friends in her church to not be so lonely while he was at work. That's a very good point. To be fair, I actually don't even remember the whole religious part. That's so, you know what, that probably happened so far early in the season that that's just woof of my head. I actually don't remember it at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's a good point though. That was a good chance for her to make friends. She complained about leaving and coming back home to America because she was unable to have a social life when she was there. But you know what though? Like, Holly was, can you imagine Holly being a social person? Holly gives me very introverted tendencies, to be honest with you. I don't know if she has anything that screams social life, screams, extrovert, to be honest with you. She might be, but I don't see it personally because, boy, the woman's so wrapped up in their own little world. It's very subjective. I got some ginger in my tea, and some of the ginger bits are flying around a little bit, moving a bit crazy. But hey, let's continue.
Yeah.
It just feels like everything that changed after you to leave, Like, I'm not one that can deal with someone emotionally all the time. It just sort of drains me.
I was very emotional and I was having a hard time, and I guess I put too much on you, and it wasn't fair to you because you were going through your own stuff.
I was pulling myself away from him because I just never thought you'd want to come back.
I want to go back and I want to be with you again.
The thing is, I just think we have a lot to work on.
I had to look at it through his perspective.
Do you want to go back to South Africa?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
You're talking to her like you're coach. She's not one of your.
Well, before we move on to Sarp and Shakinah over here, I mean, obviously, I guess going back to South Africa didn't happen because I haven't seen that evidence in real time. So I guess that was just nonsense, to be honest with you. So I don't know, man. I haven't seen it go back there, so that's quite interesting to be fair. But anyway, if you ask me personally, on that little video there, that little end bit, it was clear to me that Wayne had checked out. Nothing that Wayne did there tells me that he was still checked in. Everything that he did there told me that this guy was just basically trying to tell her that, okay, we are done, but I'm not saying that we're done right now. Kind of gave a false hope a little bit, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Right, let's have a look here. Hold on a minute, my apologies. Got a little check here. Right, okay, cool. Let's have a look. Wayne said that he showed Holly how to turn on the generator. So she had no need to be in the dark. That is true. That is very, very true. Wayne said he showed her 30 times. That's also true. That is also true. What about his son? What about his lost son? Oh, you're talking about Sapa, right? Oh, yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, but that's a very good point, to be fair. You know, Wayne isn't the kind of guy that I would expect him to leave Holly without teaching her how to keep the electricity on. Because he made sure that even before she got there, the security was secure. He made sure that the house was like in good condition. Do you know what I mean? So he would definitely tell her how everything works 100%. So that's a very good point, to be fair. But yeah, let's talk about Sapa's son. I don't know what's happened with that one, to be fair. Obviously, you know, the whole situation with Sapa's son. You know, he went on social media asking people to help him find his son. Well, that conversation went quiet real quick. It was literally just something to get people to like him. I don't know, man, but that conversation died like the moment he even made the video. He made the video, uploaded it, and then boom, bam, the conversation was just done. I just feel like he said it for the sake of it, just for the sake of the storyline, just for people to feel some type of empathy for him. How refreshing! I caught her live. How you doing, Lotus Flower? Welcome to the stream. Come on now, make sure you like the video.
Client, she's your girlfriend. I don't know. It feels like when you were younger, you were like collecting Barbies in your closet.
She is my Barbie and I am her Ken. The relationship dynamics. She loves to serve.
Yeah, it makes me happy to serve him.
Feel if your daughter ended up in a relationship exactly like this one?
I consider this a healthy relationship, so I would be happy being controlled.
I think it's a dynamic that they both like, so how is it toxic?
I want to say something. I think you're just blinded by like physical beauty and attraction. And I'm telling you that because I love you and you're my friend and I don't want you to be hurt.
What would you do? What would you do, babe, if I told you my number?
No.
Don't do it. Never do it.
Yeah, tell us.
Is it in the double digits?
He would be shocked.
Can't handle it.
I mean, listen, I really want to get your guys' views though in this conversation about numbers, you know, about body count. Obviously, we all know Sapa's body count, you know, annoyingly know it. I don't know it, but I'm just curious. You know, I want to know what you all think about this one here. You know, do you think having a conversation about body count in a relationship is it important? I mean, when you meet someone and you go on a date with somebody or whatever, when you're getting to know somebody, do you ever care to want to have a conversation about body count? That's what I want to know. I know for me personally, I could care less. I don't want to know, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't want to know. That's just that. You know, some things are just best left untouched. But yeah, just waiting for you guys to get in here. Come on, guys, get active in the comments. You know what I mean? Let's not mess about here. Okay, Jackie says the past is the past. That's fair enough. So Jackie's numbers must be high. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Jackie 100, 200, 1,000. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, the past is the past. I think it's harsh to judge people based on something that they did before they knew you. No, body count, best in long-term relationship. Now new ones. Yep. Jackie's like, shush. You should never ask body count 100%. The past is the past. Exactly. There you go, Chanel. Add on to that too. So Chanel is basically telling her that her body count's quite high as well. I'm just playing. But yeah, no, honestly, like the past is the past, you know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, like it'd be open, it'd open up a potential insecurity. I don't want to know exactly, Megan. I'm saying, Megan speaking facts there. You know what I mean? You just want to, for what? Create insecurity that shouldn't be there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know exactly, Susan, you know? Like, but the thing is, it's crazy because I feel like people are so uptight about having people are so invested in turning, you know, some people have look at this way, Ryan. Like, if I don't want to know what you've done with somebody else sexually, then why would I want to know what your body count is? Do you see what I'm saying? No, I'm good. I don't care as long as you don't burn me. There we go, Lotus. As long as you don't burn you, that's 100%. As long as you're good to me, you're loyal to me, you treat me the way I deserve to be treated, I'm good, I'm happy. So I like that. You can't take it back. If they ask you your body count, they think you are fat, period. What do you mean? If they ask you your body count, they think you're fat. Really? I'm confused. What do you mean by that? That's interesting. What do you mean? Merry Christmas Eve, yo. Yes, I lie. Personally, I am much more interested in how you treat your mum than how many people you slept with before. Okay, I hear that. Makes sense. A man bragging about his body count is disgusting. Absolutely, definitely. Exactly. Why else ask you that? I don't know. I listen. To be honest, Alice, I don't know because I wouldn't ask the question. Do you know what I mean? I don't have those conversations. nothing to do with me, man. What you've done with yourself is up to you. That's it, boom, bam. What do I need to know for?
He said, even if it's 2, I don't want to know.
Because he would view you as a whore if it was anything more than 1.
88 to 2012. I recorded all my body counts to a notebook.
Oh my God.
Baby.
I don't care. Don't ever say you're not proud of it again.
Give me a second.
I hope
I told you this. I know you would want me to destroy it.
Why are you taking that, by the way? I don't want to see it.
Or some
This is like so toxic.
Is your penis still attached to your body?
Do you think it's disrespectful? Like,
It's not disrespectful.
Shakinah, do you think it's disrespectful? Do you feel disrespected?
Don't let them manipulate you, aşkım.
The last we saw you and Sarper, you had a huge argument over whether you two would have a child. Where do you stand with that today? Is this discussion between the two of you over?
Is it over, babe?
I mean, I'm not changing my mind.
Won't you? Any chance?
No, I already told you.
He had told me.
Okay, before we move on to Danielle and Johan. Yes, obviously we got the situation there, haven't we, with the book? Yeah, the book is disgusting. You know, keeping track is disgusting. His body count is disgusting, do you know what I mean? And that's just that. Trying to make you jealous. I mean, honestly, does it really make someone jealous though? It's just wrong, isn't it? Wrong in all ways.
That he was single going through a divorce and that she was trying to take everything from him.
Yo no recuerdo a ella, pero ya que ella habla, que enseñe los mensajes y la conversación, porque muchas mujeres me mandan en Facebook, me mandan solicitud en Instagram.
Said hola and I said hello. I told him I was going on a trip and he said, that's okay. Do you have kids and a husband? And I said, I'm single, but I do have a child. And you? He said, I'm single and I don't have children. I'm getting a divorce.
The thing that really annoyed me the most about this storyline with Danielle and Johan is like Danielle basically knew the whole time, but she did nothing about it. I find that so weird. Shakinah doesn't see the relationship as toxic. Bad example for her daughter. Her daughter will end up just like her. Exactly. Just And
it's hard to get a divorce. Are you okay? And he said, more or less, can I see a picture of you now? I told him that I saw on his profile that he was from the Dominican. And he said, I've been trying to get my best friend to go with me. And he said, you can come alone. I can take good care of you if you want. I have no problem with that. Where do you live?
No recuerdo de esa conversación y no recuerdo a esa joven. Ella puede enseñarme el mensaje del principio. Ella dice que yo le escribí del principio. Ella lo puede enseñar en la cámara.
Someone contacted me June 6th at 10:59 p.m. It's right there. That's the very first message.
I believe that he doesn't remember her. I think he has so many bitches.
Ella es una de 1 millón.
Ella habrá sido importante para mí. Yo la recuerdo. Porque no importante.
Because no women is important to you.
Well, basically, you know, Danielle had said that she went through and was adding everybody.
Meaning all of the women Johan added as friends?
Her. And was like, hi, you know, I'm assuming that you added me because of Johan. And she said yes, that was the reason. And he had told me, and she told me, you know, he's still very much married. And I don't have anything to do with married men. That was the end of it. I didn't talk to him anymore.
Dates that you were given?
So I'm just going to read what you guys are saying here before I continue. Johan is very dangerous. The way he moves is terrifying. Exactly. Danielle's friends warned her before. She left that he could be a sanky spanky. Exactly. Danielle got what she deserved. She knew he was straight up player. You know what though? That's just that, isn't it? She knew. You know, she knew. Danielle was she's a very strange person, to be honest. I don't really understand her, to be honest with you. I don't know if she even has any brain cells, to be honest with you. She's a very particular person. Like she'll give people advice on avoiding the situation that she's in, but she'll happily be in that situation and continue staying in that situation. How can you be in a situation that you're trying to advise other people to not do? Make that make sense, but you can't make sense out of stupidity. Yoga Mom did all the cheating and still didn't get a green card out of any of it. Oh, Johan, that's it. Johan, that's what you're saying. Both toxic people, exactly. She thought she could control it. To be fair, that's a very good point. She thought that she was smart enough to control it. Yeah, it's not a bad point at all. I do wonder how she feels about her spiritual advisor now that she's planted the banana tree. Remember Baba telling her he was a hoe? Oh, yeah, when she went and saw that guy, that was in was that in Love in Paradise? That was in Love and Paradise, wasn't it? Yeah. I think that was the season. No, it was Love and Season. Yeah. I know what you're talking about there. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do wonder how she feels about her spiritual advisor now that she planted the banana tree. Yes, remember Barbara telling her that he was a... Yeah, it rings a bell. It rings a bell. Ran away from her. I mean, I definitely remember the spiritual advisor. I don't remember what the spiritual advisor said. Not gonna lie. I'm going to run with what you're saying and say that what you're saying is correct. But I do remember the spiritual advice. I remember that, to be fair. Because I remember when Danielle first came in the scene, she was all about putting like all these, like, whatever you call it, things in the room to get rid of this and that, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I remember that, though, 100%. He warned her about the peanuts. Danielle got what she deserves, ma'am. You put yourself in this situation. She thought she could control Johan. There we go. Yeah, Bubba said that he was a womanizer. That's a very good point. Hey, good looking, Lois.
Were any of these women talking with Johan during the time of the last tell-all?
Yes, many of them. One of them being one of my clients. Engaged in some kind of relationship while she was on my retreat. He used his position in my business for his own sexual benefit.
It just gets worse and worse.
The second time, he engaged in a relationship with one of the women who was there.
Entonces no estoy hablando sin prueba.
Do I ever say anything without proof? Danielle, I need to speak to you in a calm manner when you're available and ready if you're willing. Johan started messaging me while we were at the retreat, trying to convince me to leave the property with him to go spend some time together. He wanted me to stay back when I left the retreat because you were going to New York and told me not to talk to him anymore. I told him that I couldn't talk to him anymore, and he got super mad and told me that I was letting you control me and I was afraid of you. He was calling me. I'm truly sorry for the role that I played in this. I never wanted any of this.
Are you convinced that this woman and Johan had a physical relationship?
Yeah. Appeared after the English class. Like he would normally come back to bed and he didn't. I knew something was up. I don't know.
Sé qué mujer fue que hizo ese comentario de mí. Yo nunca me pasé con ninguna de ellas. En ningún momento, ese no es mi vida de que estaba en retiro, ningún maldito retiro. Pero tú eres una malagradecida. Yo fui a ese retiro, fue para ayudarte, pero yo en ningún momento... Al diablo se puede ir mi doña con sus mentiras. Te va a hacer malo contigo.
Do you admit?
So I was just checking to see if anyone's got anything to say here. No one said anything here. It literally shattered her heart. How spooky. Yep. All right, cool. Let's continue.
To cheating with any woman while you were with Danielle.
Yo puedo decir lo que sea. Ustedes van a poner sus opiniones. Ustedes lo van a arreglar a su forma.
De esta manera.
Yo le dije que no le pegué cuerno. Ojalá se lo hubiera pegado. Me hubiera sentido mejor.
Funny what I was experiencing, and now you sit here and berate me instead of, just be honest. Just for once in your life, just tell the truth.
Manipuladora.
Oh my God.
In what manner?
Tiene prueba investigando el correo electrónico de la pareja, metiéndose en su Facebook, metiéndose en su Instagram.
Johan, one more time. Will you finally admit that any time during your relationship, did you cheat on Danielle?
No, yo nunca le pegué cuerno, pero debí pegárselo, porque igual ella me juzga como malo.
Are all of these women lying?
¿Cuáles todas las mujeres? ¿Dónde está el video de sexo que tengo con las mujeres? ¿Dónde están?
Like, who wants someone to suffer with a psycho?
Eso no es por mucho, tranquila. Ojalá yo tendré ese dinero mañana mismo para divorciarme, para que ya tú no seas mi esposa.
Going to file for divorce?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's see what you're saying here in the comment section. What's going on with the people coming to the stream? Gary's here. How you doing? It looks like Gary looks like you're the beginning of the stream, to be fair, which is cool. But yeah, we'll see when you get to this part of the stream. But welcome for being here. Please make sure you're liking the video. All signs she ignored exactly. Sign of a guilty person flipped around 100%. Hey, Madam Fam, how you doing, Rory? How you doing? Hope you're good. It's been a minute. How will she pay for a divorce? That's a very good point, to be honest with you. How will she pay for a freaking divorce? I don't recall Tim calling Johan a liar, like he called Julio. Yes, yeah, like he told, yes, like he called Julio's ex-girlfriend when she said that she didn't cheat. That's a very good point. Tim gave different energy to different people, to be honest with you. Interesting guy, you know what I mean? I guess maybe we can add that to speculation about Tim being bisexual or gay, to be honest. He was more than happy to go after, Kirsten, Julio's ex, and call her a liar, but he's more than happy to not go after Johan, you know what I mean? I wonder why. Maybe he likes to defend the mandem. Yes, because he likes the men. You never know. Add more fuel to the fire, hey. Johan did cheat on Danielle and did not give any F's about it. Of course he didn't. He never loved her, he never cared about it, never wanted to be with her. You know what I mean? Like, that's just that. Men like Johan give me low trust issues towards men. Man, please don't generalize on men, okay? Allow us. Please don't generalize. Oh, but yeah. I mean, listen, I'm happy that they're finally getting a divorce, but I don't like the way that Danielle still kind of low-key defends him a little bit. It's weird. I don't understand the woman. The woman makes no sense to me, to be honest, if you like. The man done you dirty, but yet you speak about him as if he didn't do you dirty. Like, make that make sense. Like Danielle's low self-esteem is very low. If you ask me personally, I think her self-esteem is she hides it. She fakes that she's got this self-esteem that's here, but it's not. It can't be. Someone who's got a high self-esteem and somebody that values himself highly wouldn't have stayed with him. Point blank. Period. But someone with a low one, who's looking for a little trophy husband or whatnot, would stay with him. And that's what she did. The minute that she brought her ex around, he dropped the act. No, dude, to be fair, KP, you ain't lying, KP. You're not lying. You're not lying. It is Lotus, and as well, Johan is the community D. Yeah, he's definitely the community D, 100%. The big D, that's how he made it. Made sense to her. It's low. It's low, almost as bad as what his face got catfished. Oh, Tyrell. Is it Tyrell? Tyrell, he's on the Single Life, isn't he? He's on the Single Life that's coming up. At least I think it's from a Tyrell anyway. Yeah, but yeah.
That will hurt you like what?
I do sometimes call her a scammer. It's like she's only happy when she has money or something like that, and that really upsets her. That really makes her upset. Most of the time, if I get mad, I call her a bitch.
What the? How do you respond when he calls you a bitch?
I'll just cry.
Nice.
And how does that make you feel, Brandon?
I don't mean the things I say when I get mad. Into an argument with her, I want her to argue with me, not just be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's all my fault and all this stuff. Mary has a hard time not being submissive. I just want her to kind of be like, don't call me that. I'm not a bitch, or, you know, like I want to get that out of her.
Because that's the mother of your kids. Like, it's a different level of respect now. She carried your baby. She, like, gave birth to her.
What would make Brandon call his wife a scammer, the B word?
Well, in the past, I mean, the behavior was, as long as she had money, she was great. She wasn't great. It was, I'm leaving you, we're breaking up, I can't do this anymore, you're not my boyfriend, block, delete. It's been more like, we are in a really tough spot. She doesn't want me to ask you, and she's mad that I'm asking you, but I don't know where else to go.
Oh, yeah. Obviously with a baby comes more expenses. How are you guys handling that, Brandon?
Just reopened our business and we make money out of it, so.
Because a baby is expensive. It's expensive. Yeah.
And that they don't have the tools that they need to work together. They both completely have different communication styles. It's the opposite. You have to really push him to a limit for him to snap and get like blow up or raise his voice or something. Brandon.
All right, let me see what you're saying here in this comment section. Brandon is a gaslighter. I support that. I support that. I do support that heavily. These two can't handle a long distance relationship. None of these cast members can. These are children, and it blows my mind how these two are going to raise the baby. Facts. I don't believe it. Listen, I don't believe that. I'm telling you that Mary is a control freak. 100%. There's way more to that anger. I wonder if it will get worse over time. You know what though? 100%, to be fair with you, you know, because I think when you're experiencing your anger from two people at such an early stage in their life together, it makes you wonder, is that anger ever going to get better? Bear in mind, they were both, what, 20 to 23? And to be honest with you, if you're 23 and you really think that you're ready for children, but you haven't got a career, you haven't even got a job, you have no stability in your life mentally, physically, and financially, but yet you got a child at 23 and you're married at 23, what are the chances of you actually ever coming out of your ways and becoming better? Knowing that you're married to somebody who's basically someone that gaslights you, but also at the same time, you're married to somebody that also is trying to control you. Oh my days, the gaslighting, the controlling together, the war. Oh, whew. Yeah, nah, you know what? They're doomed. The more you think about it, the more they're doomed. So yeah, I agree that anger can only get worse, to be honest with you. I'll be surprised if it gets better. I wanted to get better, but I'll be surprised. That poor baby, is that they didn't cover them enough at the tell. Oh, such a toxic relationship. Yeah, I did notice that, to be fair. We didn't get enough of them. It's like we've had seasons on the tell where they'll like overcover people like Gino and Jasmine. They'll be covering like in the space of 2 episodes of a tell. These two was barely even covered. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Didn't Brandon used to talk to his mom like that too? But now he's nice to her because they need their help. Ooh, that's a good point, Sonic. Or maybe he has passed on his frustrations from his mum to Mary. Maybe that's a good one. Whew. I didn't think about that one. I'm so sick of Gino and Jasmine. You ain't gonna tell me. Lois, you're absolutely correct. I ran a transition house for TV. It's true. See what I'm saying? The way she didn't allow him near his mum And so he near his mother and his sister. Imagine she wasn't allowed near her brother and granddad. Whew. You know what I mean? The dynamics would be crazy. He's got an anger problem, and she would not be afraid to ask for help. Yeah, it's a very good point. Yeah, you got me thinking about this one right now. Do you know what I think? What would have been cool? I'll tell you what would have been cool. What would have been cool is if TLC, or maybe even Brandon's mum, but I'm going to go with TLC rather than his mum, to be honest with you. If they had brought in a therapist onto the tell, a shock therapist out of nowhere. Because you know obviously how they bring people in all the time, you know, to be like a special guest, whatever it be. Like, for example, you know how they brought in Brandon's mum to also be a part of the tell, right? It would have been cool if they had brought in somebody else, you know, if they had brought in like a surprise, unexpected therapist or a counselor of some kind or whatever, right? Who came in with Brandon's mom or whatever, right? And that person then obviously said, you two, after the things that I've seen and I've heard, I've been told, or I'm just letting you know that, you know, if you want to reach out to me and speak to me, I can help you out, blah, blah, blah. I think that's something that TLC should do, to be honest with you. I feel like if you really want to make this even more into a reality TV show, they should start doing that at tell-alls, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I know they did it with the recruit, with their retreat, the last retreat, or the last resort, sorry. That's basically, I get it, but I feel like they should do it for sometimes for certain people, and I think this would have been so good. I reckon this would have helped the show, to be honest with you, but that's just me. It would not get better, and this tell-all was all about the plastic Barbie and Ken. True. I'm so glad you see it. Tell-all signs, yeah. There was too many holes in Mary's story in regards to leaving college. Facts. She said that she got a scholarship. She didn't. She lied. I'm telling you now. Mary is manipulative, in my opinion. Facts. Lois, yes, good for you for recognizing this. Vanny, right. Let's have a look. What did Vanny say? Yes. And no one called Mary out about lying to chill with her boys, but Brandon couldn't visit his mom and sister. That's a very good point. A solid point. They did it on the last resort and it did not work. Yeah, but look at the people they bought on last resort though. It wasn't gonna work with those people. Been there, bro, but unfortunately. Oh, sorry to hear that, Lois. Sorry to hear that. Bro, you literally read my mind with the therapist at the same time I was thinking this. Oh, my. Come on, me and Megan. Let's go. Let's get it. Victoria's Secret, how you doing? Mary looks depressed and exhausted at the tell. True. Good idea. Instead of them bringing these past cast members who are very judgmental, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Solid points.
Had the volume on too loud of the movie or whatever it was. She was afraid to like ask him to turn it down or whatever. She didn't want him to get mad. This is where the confusion comes in, is he wasn't upset. So instead of just turning it down, he turned it off and went outside to listen to music on his phone. He wasn't upset at all. They butt heads a lot. And then when that gets to like a boiling point, they do not know how to handle it. You know, his instinct is to leave. She doesn't want him to leave. And then it just becomes this huge thing.
I'm holding my baby. He's yelling at me while I'm holding my baby.
You know, listen, it is not okay for my son to raise his voice or yell at her, especially in front of their daughter. In all honesty, both of you need individual therapy for your own individual traumas. Learn the tools that you need that are necessary to not only be a healthy individual, but to be a healthy partner. So afraid of being wrong, of failing, of not being good enough, that you think that if you say this is what I'm struggling with.
I'm just scared, like, I will get judged or, you know.
How is therapy viewed in your culture, Mary?
Culture, if you go to a therapy, they'll think you're crazy.
They suffer. It's the same in Samoa. There's one therapist in the entire country, and if you go, you're insane.
Personally, Mary's already said that she has trust issues. I feel like maybe she needs to get deeper within this relationship with Brandon before she can reach out to a complete stranger and trust them not to judge her.
Father of four, even if they bring you into it, I'd butt out because you're going to get in a bad relationship with one or both of them. When my kids talk to me, I listen, but I don't give a lot of advice because it can backfire. You're going to piss her off or you're going to piss him off, and then you're going to be the one canceled.
Shocked to hear that they were trying. That was shocking.
Do you think he thought them having a baby was gonna make sure she didn't leave him? I mean, more couples than I can count stories. She is the most controlling female I've ever seen.
You know, girls everywhere are pretty and I'm scared he might leave me. I love him so much.
One foot leaning towards move out of the Philippines altogether. Mary really wants to visit America. I want her to visit America and meet my family in person. It's the cultural difference, and we could try and make it work there too.
But I don't want to leave my grandmother because she's sick.
And I want to ask you, what is the jealousy situation like now?
I promise this now, Mary will never leave the Philippines to go to America, to be fair. She always, whenever Mary doesn't want something, she always uses her family as an excuse. I've noticed that. That's the pattern. Whenever Brandon speaks about anything that's good, that's a good idea or whatever, every time that happens, without a fail, she will use her family as an excuse of why she cannot do this, cannot do that, every time. And that's how I know she's chatting BS. Absolute BS. Let's have a look here. I am currently in university and I got documents to prove my scholarships. Come on, Rory, let them know. Congratulations on your scholarship, by the way. Megan, this is my first live. Love your content. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Come on now, as well as everybody else. I believe it all. I believe the mom. Yep, mom's right. How you doing, Erin Tay? Mads, it's been a while. Yeah, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're in good spirits. You're in good health. Mary's got an excuse for everything. Absolutely. And her family's always the big one. Is always the one that she uses first, without a shadow of a doubt. Mary is a lot, yeah. Yeah, absolute BS, exactly. Come on now. Are
you still prevented from interacting with the opposite sex?
I don't really use social media, so it's not like I interact with people online that much, except for like
Just in a bikini, but she's like shaking her ass in a sexual way on camera to the camera, trying to get a lot of sexual attention.
Get swipe. Wow. She's shaking her ass on social media, but doesn't want Brandon to do anything.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, but you're doing it, Mary, and you're this very controlling person towards your husband. He was watching videos of another girl. What if he was liking them and looking at those kind of videos of other girls?
Good point.
He doesn't do that.
He does.
Are you stopping him from liking and watching other girls?
No, I just put down a boundary and I said, you don't do this when you're in a relationship.
I just want to say something. I believe that she's a manipulator.
Like you.
She can play victim.
You are the same character as Mary over here. Just the same
Control freak is different from the manipulator. Manipulator plays victim.
Andre?
Hey, one thing. I mean, okay, I'm a control freak. I said it to you. But manipulation is something different. She plays the victim so well.
You're a control freak. She's a control freak. Toxic relationship.
Who is talking?
Huh?
Someone is giving me advice, which is the most toxic man in the history, maybe.
I am the most toxic man.
Because he uses his love to manipulate you, so you do things because you want to please him, and so that's how the manipulation works in y'all's relationship.
I don't call myself manipulative because I do it direct. I say direct to Shakinah what I want.
Manipulative means.
Yes, I do. I've been in plenty of manipulative relationships with men like you. And
what do you categorize me in men like me? Like what?
You're manipulative to your wife. It's very evident in your relationship to be manipulative. He told me to. He's teaching me how to manipulate him. I never was manipulative. Sorry that you're disappointed that it's not working out.
They are the perfect couple.
Yeah. Thank you, Danielle. That's the first real thing you've ever said.
Every single couple that has been talking for the last 5 minutes, they're all very toxic. All of them.
Guys, that's how we.
Here and her, you're like they're trying to be perfect over here, and it's not. You're trying to portray something, but you're not.
Alright, cool. Let me see what you guys are saying before we continue that one there. My mom was sick and I took care of her. She was like, I want you to live your life. Fair enough. Shout out to your mom for saying it, but sorry to hear that she's sick. Or was sick, shall I say. Mary was all Brandon, look at the priest or me. But hey, Instagram, look at me in a bikini. Her OnlyFans is coming soon. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised, but them two are desperate for money. Let's be real, they are desperate. Oh my god, her twerking. On the show, Brandon appeared to be calm and reserved. Now he's been exposed. I mean, that's how it's looking. It's looking that way, you know what I mean? At the time, Brandon was not looking as calm, as composed as he was before, you know what I mean? But then at the same time, we've seen on social media, we've seen them two going at it, which has not been healthy whatsoever. Should have let Sarpa talk. He was telling the truth. Exactly, should have 100%. It's funny how Andre called out Sarpa. You know what though? I do wonder though, if Sarpa had been there physically, would have Andre called him out? That's what I always wonder. Mary is a hypocrite. Now I can. How you doing, Nancy? Welcome to the stream, by the way. See you here. Let's have a look here. I still can't get over the comments calling her Jigsaw. Wait, who? Jigsaw? Wait, I'm assuming you're talking about Shakinah, right? Who called her Jigsaw? That's crazy. Sarpa told his plastic Barbie how to eat, and he weighs her. I know, it's just so wrong, isn't it? Mary's issue is codependency from being abandoned by parents. Absolutely. She's got a strong chin though, which is good. Yeah, you guys are talking about Shakinah. It has to be Shakinah you're talking about there. But let's get into this little situation here.
I have a question for you. You seem to be like bothered by me being toxic. I just want to know, like you're saying, actually Sarperis tells me, but I'm the most toxic person over here.
It's your perception, then that's your perception.
Like if you're saying that I'm toxic, I want to see why I'm toxic.
I don't remember calling you toxic.
What's Sarperis like?
Why do you like to challenge women?
I'm challenging you as a couple. Defending you because he seems to be like.
I don't need to be defended in this situation. Why are you attacking me? Why do I need to be defended? You just said he's not defending me. Why do I need to be defended if you're not attacking me? You're confusing me, so go sit down.
You were telling me to sit down. Yeah, you're not going to tell me to sit down.
Bye, Andre. Then stand there all day.
What?
By the way. He just told me to by the way. Like, he's a dick. Approach a woman that aggressively, just try to push your viewpoint, you know, essentially like down my throat. He's like standing over me, like in this very domineering way.
Andre trying to shell out manipulation devices cuckoo. Intimidating. He knows he's intimidating. He's a big dude, and she's a small girl. That doesn't accomplish anything. So he could learn something that you don't go for the jugular like that.
That was very.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I really actually enjoyed watching Andre versus Shakinah because I really enjoyed the way she handled him. Because Andre is definitely someone that likes to manipulate things, likes to dominate things with his words, all that kind of stuff, loves to get his own way. But to see her stand up for herself and do it in a way where he just couldn't really win was beautiful to watch. Because I'm not a fan of Andre, you know what I mean? I'm not a fan of Shakinah either. But it was nice to see a woman stand up to him and put him in his place in a way where he felt like he had no power whatsoever. So I like it because, to be fair, people have tried before in the past to put him in his place, and it's never really worked. Do you know what I mean? Like, the sisters, the brothers, it hasn't really worked because they've always fed into him. You know, obviously when it comes to Libby's family, they've always fed into coming across angry and aggressive and all that kind of stuff. But for her now, she just sat there calmly. She was there just saying, no. Oh, so are you attacking me then? He's no. Literally playing his words and sitting there calm and composed. Amazing. No, I like it. Why should you defend me? Are you attacking me? I love that line, to be fair. You should be defending you. Why? You're attacking me? That line was golden. That response finished him. He knew at that point he had to leave. He was like, shit. No, man, I love it there. I love that bit. I'm gonna lie to you, man. The way she handled him was nice. It was nice to see that happen, to be honest with you. It's funny how he's asking the plastic Barbie a question and she's deflecting. Yeah, I get that. She's such a mean girl. I love how she kind of handles people. It's fun. It is fun. She can't handle the pushback, though. Of course she can't handle it. I'm a small girl and I can't take down a bigger man with my words. No, and I can take a big. Yeah, I like that. I like that. She just checked him good. I'm telling you, man, checked him good. He had to walk away. She was like, sit down. He was like, don't tell me to do. He was like, okay, we'll stand up then. And then he left. That stuff was hilarious.
Very aggressive. Yeah, that's toxic masculinity.
Purpose as a woman, so she's gonna snap back.
You're defending. It's how I speak.
Okay, if that's how you speak, that's how you speak.
No, it's not your accent. At some point, we have to stop saying, "Oh, I'm not this. You are. I'm not this. You are." At some point, you have to say, "Well, why do you think that way about me?" You always bring it back to them. Like, you have to be reflective, and you have not reflected once.
Exactly.
We sat through your whole segment, and at no point did you say, "Yeah, yell at everybody else and tell everybody else what they're doing wrong," and you're never ever reflective about yourself. Ever.
I am more.
Share an example of where you feel like you need to take responsibility for something.
I remained composed throughout. We lost our composure.
Did that answer my question?
It took
so
a lot.
You felt like everything was amazing, and you felt like there was nowhere for you to improve. Okay, flaws, you deflect and make it about someone else, and Sarper did the same thing.
You nitpicked and controlled for every single thing that you do, and it makes you make poor choices in men. I can say that. It comes off with some of the people that, yes, you're being attacked, but like for me, I do it because I'm worried.
You're bringing your own thing into my relationship. Like, your issues are yours. They're not.
It's seeing the same, and you're the only one that does it. It comes off
I'm
as
the only one
delusional.
in it.
And in the end, when we were at the tell-all, I'm so perfect now. So leave it at that note. Like, everybody should.
We've never used that word.
Actually, no, you did use that word, because when I said you're the only perfect couple, you said out loud, that's the first real thing you said.
I was being sarcastic, Danielle. I was being sarcastic because you were being such a freaking little genius in that moment.
Why they're wrong. No, I don't. Yeah, we're all stupid and we're all toxic.
You guys can just talk about it with yourselves.
Well, Miss.
I think Mary has a very big controlling aspect to her. Insecurities, her overthinking, as I put it, is really what made us toxic.
She's posting a lot of sexy pictures too. I don't judge her because that's her life and this is my life. Because of Brendan's mom's advice, I'm gonna try doing the therapy so I can focus more on myself.
Yeah, well, that therapy was long-lived, wasn't it? Let's have a look and see what you guys are saying here. I believe Mary got a scholarship for dancing. Well, that's what she said. But the thing is, though, Barbara, I saw an article. I'm sure I must have made a video about this, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't make a video about it. But I did see something where they revealed her. No, do you know what it was? No, I think I saw a theory on Reddit. Somebody made a very good theory about it. I think that's why maybe I didn't make a video at it, because it was a theory without evidence. I can't remember, but somebody made a very good point about how Mary may have never got a scholarship, that maybe she was just in college for whatever course it was, but then when Brandon came along, she quit for whatever reasons. Because look at it this way, right? Isn't it a bit ironic that Brandon's mom says that when it comes to Mary and Brandon, the reason why he used to call her like scam and all that kind of stuff is because she used to take his money, and then if he didn't have money, then she'd be upset. So I wonder if she went to college originally, but then quit college because she had found her sugar daddy, the cash cow. I do wonder, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Mary is No, sorry. Andre is big and intimidating. I'm glad she stood up for herself. Absolutely, I agree with that. My question of the day is, how did Mary lose her scholarship? She says that apparently she left it. I remember the storyline was that apparently Brandon told her to leave it. Brandon didn't want her to go to school anymore, so therefore he told her to leave school, and that's why she left it, which doesn't make sense, because if he wanted to leave it because of dancing and her being around other men, it wouldn't make sense to why he'd still be happy with her dancing online. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. I don't think Brandon told her. I think she left on her own accord, to be honest with you. And I don't know if it's a scholarship, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one, but hey ho. Welcome to the stream, Moma. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. I thought she was stripping. She might have been. This should have been in 2 episodes. Also, Danielle. Also, where is Danielle now after the split? I thought she was staying in New York. She's in Florida right now, Danielle. Yes, remember, she's in Florida right now. If you had a scholarship, that would have proof. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Every experience that Sarper and I go through, we come out of it stronger. And that's how I know that we're not in a toxic relationship. You know, like, difficult times don't hurt. I'm glad it's over.
I think that he's gaslit you for so long that's why you dug in so deep to find out the truth, because you had to prove it to yourself.
That's the thing, like, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault, this marriage doesn't work. And so, like, I needed evidence that proved that, like, no, this isn't me. This is really nice to have an entire room say that they believe my story, that they believe that this man cheated on me. I think it was real for him. I didn't know the real him. I never knew the real him. I mean, but I'm glad that it's all out and I'm done. I'm at this moment, I have nothing tying me down.
Goodbye, New York. I would go to South Africa in 2 months to 20. I meant that. But also, like, we have to be in a good place. Like, I can't just go, if he's not gonna, like, call me or there's no communication, I'm obviously not gonna hop on a plane. And
I look like an idiot. I mean, I think people think I'm the biggest ass. But seeing Holly tonight, I mean, we know the emotional stage she's in.
It's hard to trust someone when you're in your darkest moments and you feel kind of like they turn their back on you.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I do believe we could work it out.
Trust is something that once it's broken, it's very difficult to build again. And for the 4 months leading up to our breakup, that's what trust with Kirsten. Unfortunately, the communication wasn't there. I felt like we really weren't moving forward.
I love TJ. I want to spend my life with him. But at this point, I have to put myself first. Well, I'm not going back to India for a while. I'm not going back for at least 4 months. I'm spending time with my family. If I went back to India today, I'd be very sad, honestly. At this point, I don't know if I can count TJ in my plans for the future. Realistically, I don't know where to put him.
Well, I mean, I can confirm that TJ is now in the States anyway, so that's that. Well, let's have a look what you guys are saying, because that is the end of the video stuff in particular. So let's see what you're saying, and then after that, we can all go on our own merry way. Happy holidays way. Let's have a look here. Interesting. If he claiming it was confidence booster for Mary to dance online, make it make sense. I get confident. I got confident issues, but I'm not going to be twerking online. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Brandon was just talking nonsense. Danielle is all smiles walking out, mission accomplished. I'm telling you, do you know what I mean? Hulu is a clown, facts. Sad. Kim, you keep running from getting soaked by Jenny. Julio is a goof. Julio is just a waste of space, you know, pretty much. I'm so happy that, you know, Kirsten was able to, well, to be fair, he left her, didn't he? She didn't even leave him, which is the worst part. It would have been better if she had left him, but sadly she didn't, so it is what it is. The guy did get his own way in the end, didn't he? The world that we live in, eh? Well, nonetheless, though, thank you so much, guys, for coming through in the live stream. It's been a pleasure having you guys here, and I hope for all the people that are celebrating the Christmas holidays, you have a great Christmas. You know what I mean? For the people who are not, then just living life, then enjoy whatever the hell you're doing on that day. You know what I mean? And I'll catch you guys, of course, throughout the uploads, from today and obviously onwards. Obviously, the uploads still keep coming no matter the day. So Christmas Day, wake up, look for the upload. You know what I mean? Come on now. We don't stop. We keep going and keep going and we keep going. You know what I mean? The grind doesn't stop on this side. But either way, though, I will catch you guys next time and hopefully see you guys in the comment section of my next uploads as well. But hey,